This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. I'm Bill Bryant. We hope you had a great weekend. It is Monday, March 14th. Rebecca's baby has arrived, and we'll have some details about that in just a bit. Everybody doing fine. 6:30 the time now. Funerals are today for 2 victims killed in a Clark County fire on the same day as the man accused of starting the fire is heading to court. Police are investigating an overnight shooting in Lexington. Why they are running into some roadblocks with that ahead this morning. And looking ahead to Kentucky's first game in the NCAA tournament. We're live to explain what Big Blue fans headed up to Des Moines need to know.
We have a little complex back toward the west that's not really going to affect us during the morning hours. It actually is during the afternoon that we actually see a few thunderstorms spark up. Now that will give us the best opportunity to see a few strong storms. I'm going to show you who has the best chance because not everybody will see these, and also the timing coming up.
And leading our news this morning, his alleged actions led to the deaths of 3 people, including his own son. Today, the man accused of starting a deadly apartment fire in Winchester is heading to court. WKYT's Mark Barber is live in Clark County, where the investigation continues this morning. Mark?
Good morning, Bill. Firefighters are planning to return to the burned apartment building today to continue their investigation. While they have not yet said what started the fatal fire, the 55-year-old who is charged with second-degree manslaughter in the case is expected to walk into the district courthouse here later today to stand before a judge for the first time. Jackie Heisel was arrested Friday afternoon after several people who escaped from the flames accused him of sparking those flames by smoking near his oxygen tank. While firefighters are still investigating, he is being held on a $1 million cash bond. Heisel's son and 2 others were killed in the fire that started early Friday morning in an apartment on Spring Mist Lane. The smoke and flames destroyed 10 apartments, injured 6 people, and killed Donald Heisel, Dixie Everman, and Tina Reynolds. Over the weekend, Eastside Baptist Church started taking in toiletries, toys, clothes, and food for the families that lost everything in the fatal fire. The pastor there says it's personal for them because Reynolds recently walked through their doors.
It's tragic. You know, you take somebody home in the van after they come to church, and then you don't see them anymore because of a tragic event. Her life was cut short.
They are taking donations at Eastside Baptist Church from 9 this morning until 3 this afternoon. Now, meantime, 2 of the victims from this fire, Heisel's son as well as Everman, will both be laid to rest this afternoon. Live in Winchester, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you so much. A difficult story that we, of course, will continue to follow. Our time this morning is 6:33. Well, the Kentucky Wildcats are playing their best ball at just the right time. And for the second time this year, the game against Texas A&M went into overtime. But the SEC title game had a different outcome. WKYT's Lee K. Howard is in our studio now with highlights on that. Lee K.
Just what the Wildcats wanted to do, a trip to Des Moines, Iowa in the middle of March. That's where the Wildcats will head to open the NCAA tournament as a 4 seed, where the Cats will face the 13 seed Stony Brook in the opening round. That game will be a late tip on Thursday night, just before 10 o'clock. You can see it on WKYT. Earlier in the afternoon on Sunday, Kentucky was looking for an SEC championship, taking on Texas A&M. Second half, Wildcats down 1 until Tyler Eulis knocks down the 3, and that fan and all the fans going crazy. Cats up 2 under a minute left. Now Aggies down by 2. Daniel House drives, hits the shot, ties the game at 71. Kentucky would have a chance to win the ball game at the end of regulation. Eulis gets the shot off but can't get it to drop. We're going to overtime in OT. Eulis, look at this nice little move, knocks the defender to the ground, knocks down the 3-pointer after that, and the Wildcats are out in front. Calipari praying that his Cats can get the win, but here comes House, knocks down another big 3-pointer. Knotted at 75. 1 minute left. Derek Willis. My goodness, was that a big shot. 78-75. He puts the Wildcats on top for good. Under 20 seconds to play. Jamal Murray, he only had 17 points. That's kind of a quiet game by his standards anyway, but a huge shot right there to seal it for Kentucky, and the Wildcats win the SEC championship 82-77 behind 30 points from Tyler Eulis. It's on to the NCAA tournament now. It's March Madness, if you will. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much. What a great game, huh? And for UK fans headed west to watch the Cats play, there is a lot to know before you go. WKYT's Mike Beyer is live at the UK ticket office with some details on that. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Bill. Big Blue Nation really showed their presence in Nashville over the weekend, and that following is expected to carry over to Des Moines, Iowa when the Cats play in the NCAA tourney this week. Now, here's what you need to know. The festivities will begin as early as Wednesday when open practices start. The Wildcats practice slot is from 5:10 to 5:50 Central Time. Now, this is free and open to the public. For students who are looking on going, tickets will go on sale today for you from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Students can call or visit the Joe Kraft Center ticket office to request up to 2 tickets for the first and second rounds in Des Moines. 50 student tickets will be available. Now, if the number of tickets requested exceeds 50, and there's a good chance of that, winners will then be determined randomly. Now, for all other fans, unfortunately, the first and second round games in Des Moines are sold out, but some tickets are still available through secondary markets. The one officials recommend you use is NCAA Ticket Exchange. As of this morning, tickets for all sessions were still available, but they will cost you a few bucks. I'm not going to lie on that. If you're fortunate enough to go, officials recommend you use public transit. A free shuttle will run between Principal Park and Wells Fargo Arena on Thursday and Saturday. All public parking will cost $10. As for the festivities, there will be plenty of them. There will be a fan zone inside Hy-Vee Hall between game sessions on Thursday. There will be many other street parties and events around the city as well. Now, it takes about 10 hours to drive from Lexington to Louisville, but it's only a 3.5-hour plane flight out of Bluegrass Airport and Louisville. We have round-trip price ranges for you on our website, as well as everything else you need to know, all on our website at WKYT.com. Live in Lexington, Mike Beyer, WKYT.
Mike, thank you so much. And don't forget about our Hoops Hysteria Bracket Challenge. It's your chance to win some awesome prizes like a 65-inch LED smart TV or up to $1 million. It's simple to play. You just sign up at WKYT.com. Some fun weeks ahead. Time this morning is 6:37 now on WKYT. And in other news, Lexington police are looking for 2 men after an overnight shooting. Police say a man was shot in the leg on Oak Street off Georgetown Street about 1:30 this morning. They say, though, he is not cooperating as they ask him questions. Witnesses told police that they saw 2 men speed off in a dark-colored SUV. New this morning, police say a man cut a loss prevention officer while shoplifting. Donnie Helton is charged with robbery. Lexington police say a loss prevention officer chased after him when police say Helton swung a knife at the officer, cutting his finger. Helton was arrested the next day and is going to be arraigned in court this afternoon. Police say a man shooting a gun in his yard ended up firing shots into his neighbors' homes. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office has arrested 32-year-old Calvin Barger III. Deputies say Barger had been shooting targets in his yard on Barberville Road. One bullet traveled into his neighbor's roof. Another bullet went through the wall of a second home and into a bathroom that a woman had just walked out of. Barger is charged with wanton endangerment and criminal mischief. State police say a man who crashed his car near Bowling Green died after officers tased him. Investigators say 2 troopers and a sheriff's deputy found 52-year-old Michael Rawls' car overturned on Saturday night on the William Natcher Parkway. Troopers say Rawls appeared to be under the influence and became combative with officers who shot him with a taser. Rawls became unconscious and has died at the hospital. An autopsy has been performed. State police have not released the results of that yet. With adults, with about 2 weeks that is left in the state legislative session, there appears to be a battle brewing over the state budget. House leaders are suggesting that when its budget proposal is released as early as today or certainly by tomorrow, it will restore the cuts to higher education that Governor Matt Bevin has been asking for. The governor says he will not sign a bill that exempts universities from spending cuts. The House appears to have enough support to draft its own budget after Democrats won 3 out of 4 of last week's special elections and the Democrats hung on to control. You've noticed by now that Rebecca isn't here with us this morning, and we're very happy to announce why. She welcomed the newest member of her family over the weekend. Meet Amelia Murray. There she is, all sweet. She came into the world just before 11 o'clock Friday night. She weighed 6 pounds and 6 ounces, both baby and mom, and the father, Phil. Everybody is doing just fine this morning. We're happy to report. How sweet and cute, huh? All right, we're going to check traffic for you again this morning at 6:40, 20 before 7. Here is Officer Don with a check of live drive traffic. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. Well, no wrecks in the way. We cleared the problem we had at Richmond and St. Anne, so all lanes are open there, and we're wide open on the circle so far. Let's get a look outside. We'll show you what I'm talking about as we check out real-time traffic, and you can see the inner and outer loops are moving great, and no problems inbound even from Frankfort on 64. As far as drive times go, that's a reflection of traffic flow as well, and it looks like from Nicholasville, it's normal stuff, about 14 minutes now, up to 15 minutes from Georgetown. From Paris will take 18, and 31 from Richmond across the Clays Ferry Bridge. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, Don, thank you so much. And Don will be keeping us informed as we get into CBS This Morning here in just a few minutes as well. A lot more coming up on WKYT This Morning on your Monday. It's an odd job that doesn't pay much, and there is little opportunity to work. So why are hundreds of people applying for it? That answer coming up after Micah's weather.
We have the system back toward our west. This won't really affect us all that much. Maybe a shower before noontime, but it's really afternoon that we start to see some of those thunderstorms. So we're going to be talking about that and maybe even a few flakes in the forecast. It's coming up.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
We have a few showers, few rumbles of thunder back toward the west. Nothing in our viewing area as of right now. So as you're stepping out the door here within the next couple of hours, there's nothing going on. Kids going off to the bus stop, they'll be just fine. You heading off to work, not seeing anything happening. Now, as we get past that, I would say 9, 10, 11 a.m., there is that possibility that the bulk of this does not affect us, okay? But there is that possibility. All this moves north and northeast heading through Louisville. But you see this being spun. I mean, you're really seeing the spinning up toward our region. The western area could see a stray shower here and there before noontime. That's about it. But then we head into the afternoon. That's when those storms spark up. Let's talk about the morning first. You're walking out in the 50s no matter where you are. A couple of 40s far south and southeastern zones. But then we get into the afternoon. So let's go through noon. Let me stop that at noontime. If you're heading out to, say, lunchtime with any friends, family, coworkers, it looks pretty good except for the west and the northwest. I-71, it could be a wet go at it at that time. But for the most part, we stay dry. Now watch as we head off into the afternoon, anywhere from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. That is your best bet to actually see some of these storms really ramp up. And when I say ramp up, most of this is going to be a run-of-the-mill thunderstorm system, which you'll get some lightning out of that and also some heavy downpours. But maybe there's the possibility that you could see a stray severe cell. Now, damaging winds will be the main threat within that, but for the most part, remember, severe weather is highly unlikely today, but it's not zero. So that's something to watch out for. The best chance to see that area-wise is going to be I-75. That's Lexington, Richmond, down to, say, Renfro Valley. Also, work your way into Mount Vernon, London, Corbin area, Williamsburg, and eastbound. So go off into eastern Kentucky. That's your best bet. There's 3 p.m. Kids coming home from school 3 to 4 p.m. More than likely, in that area, you'll see a few rumbles of thunder passing on by. So then we head off to 5, 6 p.m., and that's long gone. So 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. is your best bet for these thunderstorms to roll on through. And once they push on through, then you're talking about some wraparound showers in the forecast. Now, let me show you tomorrow. Tomorrow is no doubt about it, 100% your best day in the forecast. Nothing going on during the day, dry day in store, temperatures in the mid-70s, a phenomenal day. Teachers, you'll be able to get the kids out tomorrow. They're out on the playground. But as we head off into the night, watch this. Another system comes barreling on through. It's not very active. It does not look impressive whatsoever. However, you could get a few rumbles of thunder, especially Lexington northbound off into the night. I want to show you these pictures, and I'll step out of the way. How awesome is this? E. Finley sent this one in on Twitter. Remember, you can check me out if you have your phones beside you. Jump on your phone on Twitter. Micah Harris, WX. You can find me there on Twitter and send me these pictures, and I'll show them off for you. But how awesome is that shot from E. Finley? Really, really neat shot. And then we're looking at, once the rain passed through in some areas yesterday, Shonda Mount sent this one in. That's after the rain, and she's down in southern Kentucky. Really, really cool shot there on Twitter. Now, check out your next 7 days. So the storm chances, once again, 1 to 5 p.m. That's your best bet. Most of these just strong storms, but we can't rule out a stray severe cell. So it's relatively low. Then we hit tomorrow, beautiful day, except for the night, a couple of rumbles of thunder. Then I want you to focus in, Bill, on what's going on Friday into your weekend. Friday in the 50s, not bad. 40s there on Saturday, not too bad, but then bam, there you go. 39 on Sunday. And the possibility at a few flakes on the first day of spring. That's just the way it would have it, right? The weather gods around here, they're saying, yeah, you know, the first day of spring gets people all excited. Not so fast. Here you go. Here's some flakes for you.
Well, I guess we've had some spring and winter,
Yeah,
so
we have.
figures we might have a little winter and spring,
Yeah,
right?
it's give and take. You're right.
Ever thought about moonlighting as a tortoise walker?
No.
You haven't?
I've never thought about it.
Now's your
I still
chance.
don't understand it, but it's an interesting story.
Good story here. All right, a strange job ad in New York got the attention of hundreds of people. It's asking for a tortoise walker. Amanda Green is hunting for just the right person to walk her 16-year-old tortoise, Henry, around Central Park while she is at work. It doesn't pay much. It's only a few hours a week, but after Amanda put her ad on Craigslist, she has gotten hundreds of replies. She says whoever ends up getting the job, the tortoise walker needs to be prepared to answer a lot of questions.
How old is he? How do you know it's a boy? How long will he live? What does his poop look like? They want to know about the poop. They are so curious about the poop.
Okay. Green says that she is going to look very carefully at all the applicants for the job, but only one lucky person will get it. You would imagine that somebody wants that job for the attention that they'll probably get if they get to walk Henry around. All right, 6:49 on WKYT on your Monday morning. It's good to have you with us, and a lot more news coming up. Good morning to you and welcome back in WKYT this morning on the air on your Monday. It is 6:52. In the news this hour, the Winchester man who is accused of sparking an apartment fire that killed 3 people and injured 6 others is expected to face a judge today. Jackie Heisel is charged with second-degree manslaughter in connection to Friday's fatal fire. Firefighters will be returning to the burned-out apartment building on Spring Mist Lane this morning to continue their investigation. For the 29th time, the Kentucky Wildcats are SEC tournament champions, and now the Cats and the Big Blue Nation are looking ahead to the NCAA tournament. UK is a 4 seed in the East. They'll be taking on 13 seed Stony Brook in Des Moines, Iowa later this week. Student tickets go on sale at 9 o'clock this morning at the Joe Kraft Center ticket office. On Wednesday, you can see the Cats practice for free in Des Moines. The Cats will hit the court at Wells Fargo Arena from 5:10 until 5:50. You can see them take on Stony Brook Thursday night. It will be live right here on WKYT. An exciting week ahead. Well, the 2016 presidential candidates continue to crisscross states that will be holding critical primaries tomorrow, including Florida, Ohio, and Illinois. Yesterday, Democrats Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton both accused Donald Trump of inciting the violence that has overshadowed his rallies in recent days. The Republican frontrunner is favored to win in the winner-take-all state of Florida, but is now trailing Ohio Governor John Kasich in Kasich's home state. An Amtrak train with about 128 passengers and 14 crew members derailed in southwest Kansas overnight, sending 20 people to the hospital. Amtrak says the train was traveling from Los Angeles to Chicago early this morning when it derailed about 20 miles west of Dodge City. Kansas Highway Patrol says 5 train cars are on their side there right now. Time is 6:54, and keep up with the Wildcats and, of course, all the latest on WKYT.com. Now, we do have Micah's forecast calling for the possibility of a strong storm or two, so we'll be watching that, and then also the possibility of some flakes on the first day of spring on Sunday, so go figure. Now, we do have the story of Kentucky taking on, it's winning its 29th SEC trophy. Their, of course, upcoming trip to the NCAA tournament that starts in Des Moines as well is on the way. You'll find info about the late Thursday tip tip-off, how to get tickets, arrange travel if you plan to go, and lots of video to see and share as Kentucky fans celebrate right now and look ahead as well. All right, you will notice the closing bar is up on our homepage. That's because Perry County schools have now decided to close the entire week. They were set for 3 days of spring break, but they've added today and tomorrow due to illness going around. Also trending this morning, would you eat food grown on Mars? There's a question. Some Dutch researchers have grown some vegetables in soil that has been altered to resemble that of Mars or the moon, and it looks like it's pretty good. And it's set to be an interesting week in Frankfurt, where the State House will present a budget that takes out the cuts to higher education. Also on our website, a story about how information on the pensions of lawmakers in Kentucky is a secret. That's the case in some states across the U.S., and Kentucky is one of them. And on Kentucky.com, Chuck E. Cheese in Lexington's Woodhill area reopened on Sunday after having to close early Saturday. The staff on duty apparently became overwhelmed by the number of kids there. The police called in, so quite a situation there on Saturday night. And CBS This Morning is coming up shortly with your eye-opener on the eve of some big presidential primaries. And of course, we'll have local updates. Join us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter or Instagram, and for the latest anytime, WKYT.com.
Yeah, and everything looks good there on the roadway, except a little patchy fog here and there. Now I want to take you hour by hour. Remember, now through noontime, there is a chance, small chance at a shower east or west, rather, of I-75. But you go east of I-75, Bill, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's your best bet, especially once again in the eastern zones, that you could see a strong or severe storm.
We'll keep watch. Nobody's more up to date than you. Thank you for being with WKYT This Morning.